if anyone asks you about what is Hybris, so what you will usually say? Do you have any idea about Hybris application or Hybris point?
Hybris is a e-commerce platform, right? It is a B2B and B2C e-commerce platform.
Correct. What you said is correct. So Hybris is an e-commerce platform. This will help you to create a e-commerce application. So this application may be a B2B application or B2C. Okay. So what type of application you want? Whether your application is like B2B, that is a business to business, or if your application is a B2C, that is a business to customer. So based upon your particular mode of business, so you can create your e-commerce application using Hybris. Okay. So if you talk about the technical points, so Hybris is a purely SAP product and it uses Java, Spring Core, Spring MVC, and JSP and some HTML UI related stuff. Okay. And it uses a Spring security as well.
Okay.
So these are the technical points in terms of e-commerce application, that is Hybris.
Okay.
Is it clear so far?
Yeah, sure.
Now I'll talk about difference between a B2B and then B2C. I'll give you one example, then I'll talk about the difference between B2B and B2C. Let's say you have Amazon application. When you log in as a customer, let's say you have two accounts. One is with your personal email address and one is with your children or kids email address, children or your wife email address. So when you try to log in with both credentials, so one is in your mobile and one is in your desktop. So if you access one product, the product price is common. So whether you logged in or whether your wife logged in or whether somebody logged in, so the price of the product will be common. It will not vary, depends upon your customer log.
Right.
Okay. Whereas in case of B2B, product price will be changed. So one example is, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, or else you take the MRF. MRF is a tires manufacturing company. Okay.
Right.
So MRF will provide their tires their services to a couple of cars company. Let's say Ford, or let's say Hyundai, or let's say some other company. So whoever the cars company, so they will have a contract with the MRF. So they'll order the products in terms of bulk.
Right.
So now my portal is MRF portal. Okay. I do provide access to the Hyundai and then I do provide access to the Ford. Hyundai logging to the B2B this MRF site, they may see certain price. They may see a product and the price of the product is $10. Whereas when Ford log in and if they access the same product, they may see the product price is $9.
Okay.
So why this difference? Only the reason, this is called the contract price. So this contract price will be purely a business customer, whoever logs in, and this is a purely between a MRF and the business customer. So Ford will never know that. So Hyundai is getting the product for $10, and Hyundai will never know that Ford will get a product price for $9.
$9, right?
Okay. So in a generic way, we called it as contract price. Whereas in B2C, it is a selling price.
Okay.
Or we call it as a base price. Okay. Here the contract price will be purely depends upon the B2B customer.
Okay.
Whoever logs in. Whereas in the selling price or base price will be common with any whatever it may be the customer, whether the customer is a privileged customer or general customer or whoever it may be the customer. So whether the customer might have ordered 10,000 orders or he might have ordered one order, so it does not matter. So the price will be base price. So it will be a common.
Right.
It will not vary from customer to customer. Whereas in the B2B, price will be vary based upon the business customer. So if it is a Hyundai, price will be $10. If it is a Ford, the price will be $9.
Okay.
So this is in terms of price. Is it clear?
Yes. One question. Do we Hybris? Can we set up the sales contract in Hybris?
Yes, we do have.
Okay.
I'll show you how we can do that stuff. So when we are talking about the price information, so I'll show you how this price will be vary from customers to customer.
Okay.
The next question is network. Amazon. So even without logging, so you can place an order as a guest customer.
Right.
Do you agree that?
Yes, correct.
Okay, so without logging to the Amazon site, you are able to search their products. So you can access their site, and then you can access whatever the products you wanted to search, and you can buy the product as a guest customer without logging to the site. Whereas in B2B, you must have the credentials. If you don't have the credentials, you are not able to purchase any products from them, because it is a B2B. So in the B2B, so the particular business, whoever handles the business, in our case MRF, so MRF has to provide a credentials to the respective business users. Let's say Hyundai and Ford, so they have to provide a credentials to them, and they have to ask them to log into their system, and then do a business with them. Okay, so this is the called as networking. So in this network, this is a closed network, whereas it is a open network. So you don't need to have any credentials in terms of B2B, B2C. So you can log in as a guest customer, and then you can do a checkout, and then you can place an order. Just providing your email address and your mobile number, that's enough to get your product delivered to your respective address.
Right.
Whereas in case of B2B, so it is a closed network, and it will not allow you to log in as a guest customer. Okay, so that is a difference. So if you ask me the example for this B2B, you might have heard of Amway. Have you heard of Amway?
Yeah. That is okay.
Yeah, Amway is a B2B business. Like, so they have the Amway business, and whoever joins there, they call it as a business users, and Amway will provide a login credentials to the business customer. So directly you cannot purchase a product from Amway. You should have the distributor ID. So if you have the right distributor ID, then only you can purchase a product. Or being a customer, if you wanted to purchase a product, so what you have to do is you have to reach out to the respective distributors and then get the products from them. Okay. So what will happen in their business functionality? If you log in as a distributor, then what will happen? So they will give you 6% discount. Okay. Whereas if you are trying to get the products as a customer, you have to pay MRP. So that is a difference. It is one of the examples for B2B example. And why I have taken this Amway as a reference for this B2B, because this Amway is of developed by using a Hybris 5.7. So initially, when Amway started e-commerce application, that time they used the 5.7 Hybris version. Then after it moved, then after they had done some upgrade, and they upgraded to 6.1. Then again upgraded to 6.7. Okay, just around 6 months or 8 months back, they upgraded to 1908 version. However, they are planning for a new update. So the latest version of Hybris is now 2011, and it is a so 2011. Why I have mentioned this is a stable version.
So stable. That is the latest version?
No. This is not the latest version. This is the stable version. 2011 is a stable version. We have 2015, I believe. 2015 is the latest version. But the point is 2011 is a stable version. The meaning of the stable is, let's say you have released your product, and at least 10 to 13 projects should use your product. If 13 to 15 customers use your product, and they have successfully completed their upgrade, then we call it as a stable version. So 2011 is the latest version. So almost 2 to 4 customers have been used this 2015 latest version, and still they come across a couple of issues, and they raise a respective service request to the SAP system, and they are resolving that issues. So that is the reason 2015 is not a stable version, whereas 2011 is a stable version. Even in our current project, we also upgraded to 2011. So by the time when we are trying to do this SAP Hybris system upgrade, so 2015 is already released. But when we see the reviews of 2015, there are a couple of review comments which were given by respective customers, and SAP has already created some Jira tickets to track that issues. That is the reason we did not consider this 2015 for our update, and we just use the 2011 for which has stable version.
Okay,
you got it right. So what does meaning a difference between a stable version and semi-latest version?
Right. So 2011 means they released it on 2011 means?
It's not like that. So the thing is, what will happen? There is one thing called let me tell you the flow, how it happened. So 5.4, when I started my career, so by the time the Hybris version is 5.4. So by the time 5.4, it is with Hybris company only.
Okay.
And then 5.7. So when I reached 5.7, it is with SAP.
Okay.
So when SAP started taking the ownership of Hybris, then they changed the entire format. Like by the time 5.7, so it is just only Hybris.
Okay.
Since then, when it started upgrading to 6, it is with SAP and then provided integrations with SAP ECC. Okay. So after that, they started doing so much of upgrades. The upgrades are to provide enhancements or provide integrations to the SAP system. Like SAP has SAP ECC system, and then SAP has some other systems called CRM system or whatever it may be the system. So in order to provide integrations to them, to the respective business user, so they have given an options to provide this leverage this stuff. So in the 6.1 and then after 6.4, then 6.7, after that, so instead of going with the version 7, what they did, so they started doing the 1808. So this is nothing but the 2018 month 08. So in this particular place, they started doing some upgrade process, but they have released by 2019. They released this product in 2019, but they started in the month of 2018, in the month of 08. That is August.
Okay, right. Okay. I understand. Okay, now, yeah. So that means 2020 they released the previous one, the stable version. Is that like that?
Correct. Okay. No. 20. 1 second. I'll go up. You may have some noise.
No problem.
Okay, I hope there is no noise from my side, correct?
Sorry, no noise from?
Is it clear now? Do you have any
it's clear. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So that is versions. Like whatever the versions you see right now in our like the latest version is 2015. So they started in the year of 2015 onwards, and still they are doing the analysis. Like whatever the 2011, so they started this implementations, like upgrading that versions. So still they are going on. Okay. And recently around 6 months or 7 months back, almost 1 year back, they released 2011. Okay, and 2015, so they released almost 4 to 5 months back. Okay, so they started doing the analysis in the year of 2015 and released now. So this is called nothing but a total product upgrade. See, upgrade has this way. One is patch, second one is a sequence update or else bug, next one is a product upgrade. Okay, so this patch will take around 2 to 3 months. So this patch is nothing but, so when you get a new product, so some of our customers will use, or else SAP itself, they have some customers, so they will recommend this product to be used. So when they started using the product, so they will encounter some issues. Okay. So when they encounter some issues, what they will do, they will release some patch. What will happen, let's say now the 2015, right? So 2015, and they will have a patch number as underscore 001 or else 0.0.1. So this way it will have. So when the customers started using it, and they will encounter almost a couple of issues, and in that couple of issues they will check, so which we can complete within 2 months. So that particular issues they will consider, and then SAP team will start working on it, and then they will release a patch for this 2000. Okay, right. After 2 months, so they will release a patch, and the version will be 2015 underscore 0.0.2. Okay, and then after a couple of time, and again customers might have provided some of the review comments on this particular product. So again they feel that this should go, it will be completed in 2 months instead of going to a new release. So what they will do, again they will give you one more patch. Okay, let's say now they have released a patch, and they got few more issues, and they feel that so a new product is about to launch. Okay, what they will do, instead of providing that patch issues into this 2015, so they will provide that whatever the issues customer has faced, so they directly give a release into 2016. Okay, and they will recommend whoever faced this issue, they recommend to upgrade it to 2016. Right. Okay, so this upgrade process will be never ending in terms of SAP system. So whether it is SAP ECC system or SAP some other system, so or SAP EC4C or Service Cloud, so whatever it may be the system, so this upgrade will be never ending. So it may happen in every year, or it may happen in at least twice an year. So it purely depends upon the business to business. So for
Right.
few businesses, still they are using 6.4. Without upgrading
Okay.
to 6.4, they have been using 6.4.
Okay.
Okay, but whatever the project I work for, so this is a B2B application, and every time whenever the new upgrade comes, once it is stable, then our business customer will request us to go for an upgrade because of the because to get a good features, like the
Right.
latest version, we have a lot of issues which already been fixed. So being a developers, for we don't need to worry about those all issues. So those all will be resolved by upgrading to the system. So if you ask me one example, so we were into, as I mentioned, we were in 1905. Okay, so when we are in 1905, we got one solar issue. Solar, I'll talk about what do you mean by solar. Solar is nothing but the search engine. So whatever the when you log into any e-commerce application, what you will do, so you will search for one product.
Right.
So when you search for a product, let's say iPhone 10. So if you do a search with iPhone 10, you will get a couple of results. Okay, so
Right.
that result will come because of the solar.
Okay. Okay.
Okay,
It's
so search
is it
engine
like
tool.
a keywords engine or something
Correct,
like
correct.
that? Sort of. Okay. Okay.
Correct. Search engine tool. So it will help
Okay.
you to, so whatever the keyword you will provide in the search box, so based upon that keyword, it will give you the result.
Okay.
Got it?
Yeah. Yeah.
So in 1905, what happened? We got one issue, solar issue. What is happening? So when I search for iPhone 10, okay. So what happens in solar? This iPhone will consider as one keyword, and this 10 will consider as one keyword. So it should give first importance to iPhone 10 products. Then after
Right.
it should give importance to iPhone. Then after keyword 10. Okay. Result should come this way. iPhone 10 products first, then iPhone products, then whatever the product which has the keyword 10 should come next.
Right.
Okay, so but in our implementation we should see only iPhone 10 products, so we should not see this result.
Right. Okay.
Okay, so this is nothing but the dismax condition. So this
Okay.
dismax condition, what happened into in 1905, so it was not given by default.
Okay.
What we did, we written some custom logic in order to get these
Ah,
iPhone 10 results only.
okay.
Okay, so when we started using 2011, whatever the custom change we have done, we just removed it, because in 2011 by default in the product itself they have provided this dismax condition.
Okay.
So iPhone 10 directly you can get iPhone 10 as results. Okay, so that is an advantage.
Right.
And one more case is there, but I'll talk about when we move further, because if I talk about that, then you may get confused.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the in terms of how the upgrade is happening. What is the latest version of Hybris system? So this is the latest version of Hybris system, but the stable version is 2011.
Okay.
So Hybris, when I started my career, by the time the Hybris version is 5. No, by the time Hybris version is 5.4. So my career
Okay.
started with 5.4.
Okay.
Okay, so 5.4 was the initial step, and by the time it does not have anything. Trust me, it does not have anything. So we have to create everything by ourselves. Okay, now
Okay.
we have moved to 2011. So in this, everything is almost plug and play.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
so they have provided everything. So from login to logout, and placing an order to getting a product to your delivery.
Okay.
Everything will be provided in the Hybris itself.
Okay.
Okay, so that is the advantage of Hybris system.
Okay.
Is it clear so far?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now I'll talk about the Hybris product license. Being a business user, we must know this license cost. Okay, why I'm talking about this Hybris license cost is, so when you are trying to start your new project, so the first thing is they will talk about the revenue, correct? So if they are,
Right.
let's say how much they are trying to put into the revenue, and that particular revenue we should know that, because the licensing cost of Hybris product is purely depends upon the revenue.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so it will be like revenue, just a 6% of the revenue. Getting Licensing cost will be 6% of the revenue.
Oh, okay.
So 6% of the revenue, and then this will be per year. Let's say your revenue is 1 lakh. Okay, so it will be 6%. So that per
Right.
year you have to pay the respective amount to the SAP system in order to have your license valid.
Okay.
And
Okay.
so
It's a cloud or it's on premise? It's a cloud, right? Application,
yeah,
right?
it is purely cloud. It is completely cloud.
It's completely
And
cloud. So
yeah, it
it's
is
a
a cloud.
public cloud or private? Yeah.
Yeah, there are two things. Good question. So one thing is commerce cloud.
Okay.
Okay, it is maintained by SAP system.
Okay. Okay.
So it has all the deployment access, and then restrictions, security access, and then maintenance. Everything will be in the same one portal, that is called Commerce Cloud portal. And you will log into this Commerce Cloud portal using your SAP user ID, and you will log in, and you can have options to deployment, and you can have options to security awareness, and you can have options to maintenance access.
Okay, right.
Okay, so this is nothing but the cloud. This is a portal or platform which is given by SAP Hybris. So so when you are trying to get your license, so you can use deployment for this Commerce Cloud, nothing but the SAP provided private cloud, or you can use your public clouds.
Okay.
So the public clouds like Google has a GCP.
Right.
So Google Cloud Platform.
Right.
Or you know very well, I'm sure you must have heard of Azure Cloud.
Yeah, right.
And same way we have something called IBM Cloud as well. Okay.
AWS,
so
it's very common.
Yeah. Yes. And then Amazon uses Amazon Web Services. Okay.
So which one normally it's popular? It's SAP Cloud or the public cloud?
So that is purely depends upon the business. So if you ask me my experience, so Commerce Cloud is pretty predominantly good than the public cloud. So this is my experience.
Yeah.
So because whatever the applications I have used, so in the Commerce Cloud, they have provided what is required for Hybris. Hybris has two types of deployment. So one is a system initialization. Second one is a system update. Okay. So these two steps already been available in the deployment access portal, in this Commerce Cloud portal. Okay. Whereas in a public cloud, that is a Google or Azure or IBM or Amazon, so we have to do some configurations, or we have to make this initialization and a system update setup in these particular clouds. Okay. And the next thing is maintenance, which I feel really good in Commerce Cloud. So maintenance is like, let's say some attack happened, like let's say some malpractice or some attack due to some security issues. Somebody might have tried to attack your site. So by the time, what I have to do is, so I need to get the IP address of that particular customer, and then I have to block him. So what will happen if I block that particular IP address? If he tries to access the same URL again and again, he will get a maintenance page stating that so site is not reachable.
Right.
Okay, so this kind of security or maintenance can be done easily by using Commerce Cloud. So there is one place where we have to provide that particular user address, a particular IP address, and then if you make it block, then if a user is trying to reach from that particular IP address, then it will be blocked.
Okay.
So that what will happen? Our site will be safe.
Okay.
Whereas in case of Google or Azure or IBM, Amazon, so before starting up our project, we should take care of this all kind of issues. Like one is a maintenance access. Let's say when you are trying to do a deployment in the sense we have to restart the server. So when you are trying to restart the server, what we have to do is we have to create some page, or we have to create something information which is stating that server is we are doing some maintenance activity. So the time between 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. or whatever it may be the time, we have this maintenance. So that information, we have something called JSP pages, and then we have to display to the customer when a user is trying to access our site.
Okay.
So this kind of stuff we have to do it in a public cloud by ourselves.
Okay.
Those all will by default comes with Commerce Cloud.
Commerce Cloud. Okay.
Yeah. And one more advantage of using a Commerce Cloud is, you might have heard of in your CRM system as well. We have a dev system, we have a QA system, we have a pre-production system, and we have prod. Correct? Agree with me?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So these kind of environments by default Commerce Cloud will provide.
Okay.
So just thing is plug and play. You have to create one package, and the package needs to be deployed in dev environment, QA environment, pre-prod, and production.
Okay.
Whereas in this particular clouds, we have some infra team. They will set up the dev server, QA server, and pre-prod server, and then prod. Okay. So here the setting up the dev, QA, and pre-prod and prod, it will not take much time. So it is simply called plug and play.
Okay.
Whereas the infra team has to do everything from scratch.
Okay.
Okay, so that is a difference between this Commerce Cloud portal and then public cloud. So if any customer asks me, so I usually recommend Commerce Cloud.
Okay.
So whatever is needed for Hybris. So sorry, go ahead.
Please go ahead.
Go ahead. Sorry.
The Commerce Cloud, so it is not by user based, just by the revenue based.
Yes. It will be based upon the revenue. In terms of Commerce Cloud, and same way they will see the integrations points as well. So they will. It is a basic point which will talk about 6%. On top of you will have some add-ons. So add-ons is nothing but like getting the SAP support and getting some integration like C4C integration or Sales Cloud integration or some Data Hub integration. So if you wanted to have this kind of integration, so that is nothing but the add-on upgrade. So what happens? So if you select for upgrade as well, so whenever a new product comes, which is a stable version, so they will recommend you to use. So during the upgrade, so initially SAP team will join with your respective development team, and they will have a call with them, and they will provide some insights like, so during the upgrade, so what type of issues you will come. So during the upgrade, so what needs to be taken care, because SAP team is an expert team, right? So they know how to do this upgrade. Getting a call with them and getting the insights before starting the upgrade, so this will be a very useful to your development team. So that is a point. The next advantage is, so if you have this kind of support with SAP, so whenever let's say your development is completed and you are about to go to the production. So when you are trying to go to the production, what will happen? So SAP team will connect with your development team and they will do some check marks. So the check marks are, first one is code quality. Because code quality is much important, right, in e-commerce system, because we have a good customer base, so we should not get any kind of errors or we should not get any kind of price calculation issues, correct, right? So they will do code quality. Second thing is they will check for the security issues. We have top securities like SQL injection, one is a security issue, and then security issues related to the HTTP and HTTPS and same SSL security. SSL is a security file which will be enabled in order to use a HTTPS. So this kind of security checks they will do. And the next one is total package size. So this kind of checks will be taken care by SAP system, so that what will happen when we go to the production, so we will be free from this kind of issues. So this is nothing but kind of add-ons. So when business is about to start from the scratch, so at the time of initial step, so SAP will we will have a call with SAP team, and then SAP will provide this kind of information. So how much will be the product licensing cost? So this kind of support will be done, and this is the 6% revenue which I involved 1.5 years ago during that time. So this is the rate of product licensing cost they have charged, and maybe now they have upgraded to major latest versions, and they might have increased the product licensing cost, or they might have done some other changes in order to get a good revenue and a good customer base. So I mean in terms of SAP, so they might have done some changes, but this is the point which I know in terms of revenue. But whatever the points I've talked about, so Commerce Cloud and Public Cloud, and providing the deployment access, security access, maintenance, and providing the environments, they have queue, pre-prod and prod. So this will be a damn sure same thing, because I have gone through the latest version, that is I've gone through the 2011 version, and then I have tried to access the 2015 documentation as well. So they have provided the same information which are present already in the Commerce Cloud portal. So any questions so far?
Yeah, that's good. I'm good.
So now I'll talk about the competitors. The major competitor is IBM Web Server, WCS. So IBM has a new product that is called WCS. So it is not up to the mark. It has a good products. Good projects, but it is not as same as SAP. So if you talk about one particular channel, let's say in terms of B2B applications, SAP Hybris has almost 100 projects. For IBM, it has 1 to 2 projects. So we no need to worry about IBM. It is our SAP Hybris product is almost top than this IBM. The next one is Oracle. So Oracle also one thing called web system. So they might have some different name in convention, web cloud system. So this is the competitor, a great competitor to SAP system. This is a great competitor. So it has almost 70 projects out of 100.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So every time when a new project is coming, so the client will have a tag between SAP and Oracle.
Okay.
So to choose a platform, so every client will have a discussion with SAP team as well as Oracle team. Yeah, Salesforce is so in Oracle it has a support, and in SAP also it has a support. So in Oracle, so they have their Salesforce integration channel, whereas in SAP we have one thing called C4C, Cloud Customer and Service Cloud.
Okay.
So these two
Okay.
will help you to use the Salesforce integration.
Okay.
So the major competitor is Oracle.
Okay.
And they have a few limitations. The first thing is resources. So in order to implement this Oracle, what happens? They use their own coding standards. That is up to say in SAP, in order to develop your e-commerce application, so technical developers should know Java and Springs.
Okay.
Whereas in Oracle, so they use their own frame.
Okay.
Okay, so that is the one drawback. So what will happen? So whoever comes to the developer, so if they come out of Oracle, what to say, their learning curve as well as opportunities will be very less.
Okay.
Whereas for SAP Hybris developers, so even if we don't have any SAP Hybris projects in the market, they have a good opportunity because SAP Hybris developers knows Java as well as Spring.
Okay.
Both are very high popular frameworks in the market.
Okay.
So that is the difference.
Okay. Yeah.
That is the reason SAP will still survive, and major advantage of every customer is taking a SAP products as, so whoever has a integration, let's say whatever it may be the project, they must be using SAP ECC system.
Okay. Right.
So if they are using SAP ECC system, what they will expect, so they wanted to onboard their customers, that is Devops. So customer needs to be onboarded to their e-commerce application. In order to onboard their customers into e-commerce application, what they have to do is they have to do an integration. So integration is SAP ECC system to Hybris system, which is a very straightforward. So we have one thing called Data Hub. So by using the Data Hub, or we can use something called direct REST API calls to do this integration. That is a major advantage of using Hybris system.
Okay, so that REST API, so most of everything is by the API calls, huh?
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
We can have that opportunity.
Sorry, what is that opportunity?
Yeah, we have that leverage to get the integration. So we can use a Data Hub or we can use a REST API call.
Oh, okay. Data Hub is also there. Okay. REST API as well as Data Hub.
Yeah.
So we will see that how that integration works in this course, right?
Yes. I'll show you. But it will not talk about technically, but I'll show you functionally. So how the integration will happen. What is a Data Hub? So what Data Hub does. So how the data will move from SAP system to Hybris system. So this kind of points I'll talk about.
Right. Yeah, that's important because that initial load kind of normally with between different SAP systems, initial load data load will be there, and then transaction data integration. Okay.
Yes. You're right. You're aligned on that. Yes, I agree. Now, do you have any questions? If you don't have any questions, then I'll open one basic site and then I'll show you some important points.
Sure. Please go ahead.
Now, let me open one site. Just for your information, I'll open Amazon site. Is it okay?
Okay.
I hope you are able to see my screen.
Yes.
Okay. See, I have opened Amazon site. When I try to open this Amazon, so what happens? This is nothing but the page called homepage.
Right.
So in this homepage, what you can see, so you are able to see some scrollings. Okay. Holiday gift guide, and we have something information like gaming accessory, shop by category, holiday gifts, and then we have provided something called signing.
Right.
Okay. So everything we called it as a component. This is nothing but the So this is we called it as a carousel component. Carousel means just a rotating component.
Okay.
See, when I click on here, it is going to the next slide. And if I click on again, and it will go to the next slide. And if I click on again, and one more new slide. So this, how many slides we want to configure. So that can be done by Hybris developers. So a business will provide, let's say in the home page, I wanted to have 10 slides. Okay. And then these 10 slides we will be provided. And then when user clicks on here, then the slide will be moving from one to another.
Okay.
So this is nothing but the carousel component, and this carousel component can be automated with the time. Let's say after every 5 seconds, slide should be rotated. Slide should be moved without any user intervention. So the slide will be moved.
Okay.
As of now, there is no any time. So user has to manually click it, and then only slide will be moved.
Okay.
Okay, and this we can automate by using some time component. And these all are nothing but the some different components. So everything whatever you see, so this is a rotating component. This is nothing but the simple link component. So when I click on this particular link, what will happen? I will be redirected to this gaming related component information. You see,
Right.
these all are nothing but the category, and where you will see all the gaming accessories.
Right.
Okay, I'll go back, and then this is also link component, and this is also link component, and this is a place where we have provided the sign in option. Okay, so this is called the login component. So when I click on the login, this particular button, what will happen? It will redirect it to the login page, and it will ask me to log in with my credentials.
Okay.
Okay, so this is nothing but the login page, and the page which you are coming from. So this is a home page, and when you click on it, it will be redirected to the login page.
Okay.
Got it? Two pages I have talked about. One is a home page, and second one is a login page. And these all are nothing but the components. So we'll talk about measure on what how these components are getting created. And being a functional consultant, you don't need to worry about these components. You have to worry about which component you need at which place, whether it is a top or down, or what component, whether it is a link component or category component or rotating component or header component or footer component. So those components you have to talk about. So you don't need to worry about how we will configure these components.
Okay, so normally the configuration and all will be taken care by functional consultants, right?
No. Configuration, everything will be taken care by developers, and just changing the text. Let's say as of now there is no text here. There is one thing called smart edit. So by using the smart edit, so what you can do, you can change the component position. Let's say you have this component here, but you feel that this component should not be here. This component should be here. So you wanted to swap this. Gaming accessory should be here, and shop by category should be here. So this kind of changes you can do by functional consultant. Creating these components and putting it into the site will be done by developer.
Oh, okay. So every day, support like these are all will be changing every day, right?
It is purely depends upon the business requirement. So it will be changed from time to time.
Time to time, right? So every time the development has to be done for this?
It is not kind of development. So we will have a support engineer, so who is nothing but the SAP Hybris developer support. So he will be configuring this particular components. He will be giving this information to the functional consultant or customer. So they will be rearranging based upon their interest.
Okay.
So for sure there will be a support engineer.
Okay. So every time support engineer help is required to rearrange, right?
Yes. Rearranging can be done by functional consultant, but
and what
let's say
changing the contents.
And then this is nothing but the footer component. Okay, so here we have all the links in the footer. So this is a header, and this is the links. This is a header, and this is the links, and this is a header, links, and the next one is this is also footer component, and it has provided the respective policies. Like if you see privacy note, and it is a conditions of use, and this is it is nothing but the trade Amazon.com.
Okay.
So they have some valid license to use this Amazon application. So this is nothing but a footer component. The interesting information is, if you see here in the home page, I'm able to see this kind of information. Now what I'll do, I'll jump to some other page. When I jump to some other page, if you see from here to here, the content will be same, and same way from here to here, the content will be same.
Right.
Whereas between this only content has been modified.
Right.
Agree with me?
Right. Yeah.
And now I'll jump to other page. If you see here, top level information is still same, whereas this particular content had updated, and bottom this footer component is also same.
Right.
Agree?
Right.
So how we will design? So if a content needs to be changed from one page to another page, how we will design? If a content needs to be same for entire site, how we will design? We'll talk about when we move further.
Okay.
Because everything should not be given right away, and you should also know that there is a one point which Karthik should talk about content. How content should be constant throughout the site, and how content should be changed from one page to another page. So you should also have some curiosity to know about how it will be done.
Right.
So this is a home page, and now I'll just do iPhone. See, when I click on iPhone, I have a couple of results.
Right.
Okay, this is nothing but the product, and these all are nothing but the list. That is why we called it as a, whatever the page you will see right now is called a product listing page.
Okay.
So why we called this a product listing page? So you have searched for one product that is called iPhone, and you got couple of products in the form of list. This is nothing but the list only, right? That is the reason we called it as a product listing page.
Okay.
So simply we called it as PLP, product list page. So this we called it as in terms of functional. So whereas in technical, we called it as category page, technical term, category page.
Okay.
Now I'll talk about PDP, product details page. Now what I'll do, so I have got this all the information. What I'll do, I wanted to purchase this product. Okay, I have opened this product, and I go through this all the description of the product, like yeah, it has a 32 GB, and price is this much, and the shipping cost is this much, and this is one, and wireless provided, so this is one, and so the color is this one, and memory is this one, and so this is all about the product details.
Right.
See more, these all. So if you see, whenever you click any product, you are able to see the detailed information of the product, correct? That is the reason we called it as a product details page. So product details page is a one product information which will be available in that particular product.
Okay.
So what it has, so it has a price information, it has a total product information, and what type of product it is, who is a make for this product. If you see here, this is a product model name, this is a brand. Make is nothing but the brand.
Right.
Okay. Memory storage it has, operating system, whether it is whether it is a Android or some other operating system, so that also either Windows or Android, so that information also provided, and color it has provided, and cellular also been provided. And this PDP itself, you have one option is add to cart. When you click on add to cart, product will be added to the cart. Okay, that is step one. If you feel that so you don't want to add your product to the cart, you wanted to purchase the product directly, then you can click on buy now. So buy now will, what happens, so this product will not be available in the cart, and it will be directly go for the billing, like you can buy your product by yourself.
Right.
Whereas add to cart, if you add your product to the cart, and you can close your session, and then you can come back after one day, your product will be available in your cart, unless and until if stock is available. Then whenever you feel okay, that time you can go and purchase your product.
Correct.
Okay, so this is nothing but the product details page. Now I'll talk about add to cart. Now I have added a product to the cart, right? Now I'll open this add to cart. So here, whatever you see, one product cart, right? So this we called it as a mini cart.
Okay.
Mini cart. When you click on this mini cart, you will be redirected to the cart page.
Right.
Okay, in the cart page, or in technically we call it as a shopping cart.
Okay.
So in the cart page, you will see what all are the products being added in your cart. As of now, I have added only one product, and that is the reason this particular product has been given over here.
Right.
And when I click on this proceed to checkout, okay, so it will ask you to create an account, or else I can create a new account, and then I can go.
Right.
Okay, so then the things will be like checkout, and then it will ask you to provide your type of transaction, whether it is a free delivery, whether it is a cash on delivery, or else whether it is a credit card payment or EMI option. So what modes of payment. Okay, so you can choose your mode of payment, and then you can select your delivery address. I mean, you have to provide your delivery address, and if you do submit, automatically order will be created. If a transaction is smooth, then order will be created. So they will give some ETA. Within the ETA, your product will be delivered to your address.
Right.
So these, whatever I have talked about from end to end, so from logging to logout and placing an order from home page to checkout, everything will be handled by Hybris system. So this all configuration has already been given by Hybris in the latest version. Whereas in the 5.4, everything, home page creation, PLP creation, PDP creation, and checkout creation, order submission creation, and order successful login, successful page creation, guest login creation, and user login creation, forgot password update, and updating the customer details. These all we have to create by ourselves.
Okay.
How much improved the hybrid system?
Right.
That is the power of SAP. So before SAP, everything handled by hybrid system, and they give a basic suite, everything, checkout page, home page, login page, so PLP page, everything have to be created by hybrid developers. Now they made everything as a plug and play. So you just configure your e-commerce application, and you can use the same existing PLP page and PDP page in order to get your stuff ready and use it. That's it.
Okay.
That is
Cool.
the advantage. On top of it, if you have any customization, so that customizations needs to be done by our Hybris team.
Okay. Yes.
So that is that about end-to-end e-commerce application. Yeah, go ahead.
One question on that one: do we in Hybris do they do the ATP check?
ATP
Available,
acceptance. Yes.
available
Available
to
to
promise.
promise. It has.
So it will be connected to integrated with the backend ECC to do that?
Yes.
Okay. So depending on that, the delivery date and all will be calculated, right?
Correct.
Okay.
So we have different modes as well. Pre-order, one more also ATP you have mentioned, and one more is called, there is one thing called pre-order. So pre-order is nothing but if a product is not available, so what you can do, you can click for a pre-order. So it will take the respective your details. When your product is available, then automatically payment will be done. So this is nothing but the pre-order. And second one is deliver, get the product at your store. So what you can do, you can place one order and you can directly go to the store and you can collect your product. So this is the one. And the another option is, so get the product to be delivered, get your product to be delivered near your address. Let's say they have some pickup points. If I say I recently worked for a UK project, so in the UK project, so what happens? So they will not take the product to be delivered at their doorstep. So what they will do, there will be some delivery points near their area. So some bars or some restaurants. So their product will be delivered to the particular area, and customers will go there and then pick up product from there. Okay. This kind of mode is also available. And as you know, directly delivering the product to your address is there. Store, directly you can go to the store and you can pick the product from there. And then we have some delivery points. So there we can go there and we can get it done. And in the store also, we have two options. One is we have to park your vehicle and then you have to go inside the store and then you have to get your product. Okay. This is option one. And option two is, you can go to the store. Instead of going inside the store, you can wait outside and then you can give a notification stating that you are reached. Automatically one particular person will come down and they will give you a product to your at your parking lot itself.
Right, curbside pickup, right?
Yes, correct. You know these options. Yeah, so I don't need to explain again and again.
Yeah, that's a normal e-commerce. Yeah, all the options, the delivery options. Yeah.
Okay, so this is different modes. Any other questions? If not, we can close this session. And so tomorrow, what I'll do, I took your email address, right? So I'll try to send the some set of steps which you have to do by your. The first thing is you might have heard of 7-zip. In order to zip any file or unzip any file, we will use a 7-zip tool. Any idea? What I'll do, I'll share one YouTube link. How you can install the 7-zip and how you can use the 7-zip. So just install the 7-zip in your machine. I will provide the steps how to install the 7-zip, and I will send you my Hybris suite. 2011 only I'll send. I'll not share the 2015 because it is not a stable version. So I'll share the 2011, and you can install your download it and keep it ready in your system. And in tomorrow's session, so we'll do a setup in your machine so that directly there are in Hybris by default it will give you three sites. One is apparel site. It has a multi language, that is for UK. It will support for UK and it will support for Germany. And one more site is called Power Tools.
Sorry. What is that? What did you say? Sorry, that I was not able to hear.
So Hybris by default, in order to enhance your skills, in order to understand the Hybris behavior, so Hybris by default give you 3 example sites. So those are nothing but the accelerators. So in any application, if you go anywhere, so we have a B2C application, right? So for the B2C application, they have given 2 sites. One is a apparel site. Apparel site is nothing but the electronics. It has all the our clothes, men clothes, women clothes, kids clothes. So this kind of apparel site they have provided. So this is a multinational, like it will support for UK and it will support for Germany. Okay. And one more site is there, that is called electronic site. Okay. So this is purely about the electronics. Next thing is they have one more option called Power Tools. So this Power Tools is a B2B site. So these 3 sites we will install, and we will try to use these sites, and we will try to make you aware of things going forward by using these sites. So that you will get some clear picture. See, if I share my screen and then if I show the steps, then it will not give you. You have to make your hands dirty. That is my point. If you make your hands dirty, then you will understand what is a Hybris and how we can do this.
Right. Otherwise, yeah, I won't get exposure just by watching. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Got it?
Yes. Yeah. That's fine.
Cool. And I think we are good for today.